Good afternoon, I'm student meteorologist Josh Green. We've had a beautiful day here in Tallahassee. Here's a great look at Doak Campbell Stadium with that clear blue sky with that sun that's just about to set in a couple hours. We're currently sitting at 74 degrees, sunny clear skies with a wind coming out of the south-southeast at 11 miles per hour. The region in the southeast is being dominated by a high pressure system, which has left us with mild temperatures and very dry air, so not much in the way of precipitation for much of the southeastern United States. For tonight, we're going to get down to 53 degrees. These clear skies will continue, and we're going to have winds coming out of the south at 9 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we'll get up to a toasty 82 degrees with a little AM fog, so make sure to watch out for that in the morning with winds coming out of the south as well. For today, did someone say summer with those warming temperatures? Let's go to the beach this weekend, and later on I will be myth busting yet another TikTok. This is FSU weather.
Good evening. I am student meteorologist Ian Muchler here, taking a look out here at Doak Campbell Stadium at a beautiful, beautiful conditions here. Not a cloud in the sky, and the sun is shining over Tallahassee. Taking a look at the current temperatures, it is 74 degrees, of very mild conditions, and the winds are coming out of the south-southeast at 11 miles per hour. Taking a look at our regional view, the satellite and radar, as we can see, there is not a cloud or a raindrop in the sky. We are looking at beautiful conditions, absolutely beautiful, stunning conditions. If you want to get outside, now is the time to do it. Taking a look, and we're going to zoom out here, and as you can see, over much of South Florida and Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, we're seeing much of the same things. We are seeing very light rains, no cloud coverage, and a beautiful, beautiful afternoon here. And this is going to change, so if you guys want to get outside and enjoy this sun, make sure to do it now. Taking a look here at the current temperatures, 74 degrees here in Tallahassee, 79 up in Quincy, 70 in Apalachicola, 74 in Perry, 77 in Thomasville. Very mild conditions, very on par for this time of year. Taking a look at our dew points, 45 here in Tallahassee, kind of dry, 39 up in Quincy, 37 in Bainbridge. Getting a little bit more moist down as we go south towards the Gulf of Mexico, 56 down in Apalachicola, but overall not too bad for the region. Taking a look at our next 24 hours, as we can see, beautiful conditions. These are going to continue through the next day or so. As you can see, not a cloud in the sky through that loop, or rain for that matter. So we're going to look at the 7-day planar later, but these conditions are not going to stay. So again, if you want to take advantage of it, the time to do it is now. Take a look at our next day. We're going to wake up at 60 degrees, maybe some fog, but that'll clear out fast, and we are going to warm up by 3 p.m., 82 degrees. Taking a look at the week ahead, 82 and 54 for our low tonight, 83 on Wednesday, 59. And we're going to have some rainy conditions through the weekend. So I'm going to pass it off to our Annie.
Thank you, Ian.
I wasn't paying attention.
We're going to be taking a look at the southeast. As you can see, the temperatures all around looking pretty normal for this time of year. We're going to see 70s in most of the area, and here in Tallahassee, we're going to see 74 degrees. Taking a look at these dew points, we do see most in the area for the Big Bend region. We're going to see those lower dew points. It means it's going to be a bit more dry in this area. But taking a look down in South Florida, we're going to see the green. And over here in Alabama and Little Rock, we're going to see a little bit more of that green. That means that there's moist air over here in this southeast region. And down in South Florida, we're going to see that green, which means moist air for them down in Miami, which is pretty typical for them. Taking a look at our wind speeds, it's pretty windy. In some of the regions, here in Tallahassee, do have a wind speed of 12 miles per hour. But right in Montgomery, we have a wind speed of 3 miles per hour. So depending on where you're at, you might see a little bit of those winds as you're taking a nice, lovely evening walk. Taking a look at our satellites, we do see no rain for most of the Big Bend region here in Tallahassee, and most of Florida. We got no rain over Florida. So if you're in Florida, maybe take a nice walk out. But here over Texas, a little bit of the area, we are going to see a little bit of that rain coming in from the Gulf of Mexico offshore. Taking a look at the water vapor levels, not much going on, but we do see a little bit of this dry air right over central Florida, so probably a little hot and humid in Orlando currently. And our storm outlook, today, not much for us in the region, but taking a look at tomorrow, we will see a slight risk for Wichita, as we can see that yellow over Wichita City. But taking a look at the Wednesday, we will see a little bit of that slight risk for Little Rock and Jackson City, but marginal risk for New Orleans and Huntsville. And the next 48 hours, we will see a little bit of rain move into the region. As we can see, taking a look at that storm outlook, as I told you, we're going to see that rain move in to Wednesday for Little Rock region. So Little Rock, look out for that slight marginal risk that storm will be moving in by Wednesday evening. Tonight's forecast, we will see 49 degrees in Tallahassee. And most of the temperatures will drop for the most of the region, as we could see, 49 degrees in Tallahassee and 49 in Montgomery. And then tomorrow's forecast, it's going to reach 80 degrees. I hope you guys get out and enjoy that nice weather, because I know I will. We are going to see 81 in Tallahassee, 81 in Tampa, which is my home city, and we can see 83 in Shreveport. So overall, nice conditions, and I hope you guys have a chance to get out tomorrow. And I'm going to pass things off to Josh, taking a look at lifestyle.
Thanks, Sandy. Yes, we've got a lot going on this week in Tallahassee and at FSU. Here's a look at some of the current cams around Tallahassee and the surrounding regions. Here's the Sportsplex, where we play intramural sports here at FSU. Very clear sky. Same story here in Panama City. It looks like a nice sunset going to be in store for them. Down at St. George Islands at the beach, looks like pretty calm conditions in the water right now, with a nice clear sky, and a very similar story down at Lake Bradford at the FSU Res. Might be a nice idea maybe tomorrow and the rest of the week to get out there and enjoy some of those activities that they have to offer. As for our airport delays, we don't have many because of those clear skies in the southeast. At Tallahassee International, it's sunny and delays are unlikely. We're sitting at 74 degrees down at Tallahassee International right now. For the rest of the surrounding regions in the United States, looks like we've got no delays, not much in the way of weather. Very clear in the south and some cloudy conditions over in LA. You can see they're sitting at about, 63 right now. Denver sitting at 79 and Orlando at 75. So we got to take a flight. Looks like you're in good condition. For our dog walking forecast tomorrow, make sure you watch out for that fog in the morning. It's going to be 53 degrees when you wake up at 7 a.m., so it's going to be a bit chilly. Make sure to have a hoodie on and really make sure you watch out for that fog, especially if you're driving to work. Conditions are going to be a bit harder to see. At 9 a.m., we're going to be warming up. It's going to get up to 61 degrees, partly cloudy skies. And at 11 a.m., it's going to be completely clear, 73 degrees, nice and sunny. We've got an FSU home baseball game tomorrow at 6 o'clock. It's going to be about 81 degrees at game time, and we're going to be playing Jacksonville. So make sure to try to catch that. That's going to be at home tomorrow. For Saturday, for Homecoming Live, it's going to be 72 degrees. Actually, that might be Friday, and the homecoming game will be on Saturday. Watch out for some pop-up thunderstorms that might be in the area for that. And here is that spring homecoming game on Saturday. We also might see some pop-up showers, so hopefully we don't, because that should make out for a beautiful day. It's going to be about 78 degrees at tip-off, which is going to be, I think, at 5 p.m. But for this weekend, let's try to get out to the beach. It's going to be 81 degrees, very warm. Nice weather, and possibly even start getting back into that cool water that we've seen throughout the winter. Make sure you bring an umbrella, though, because there could be some thunderstorms in the area. It's going to be pop-up conditions just like it was for Friday. So make sure you watch out for those. But there's also going to be high rip currents. These are very dangerous, and Ian is actually going to give us a look at these later on. He's going to explain a bit more what you need to do during those high rip current conditions. Here's the outlook for this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we do have a chance for thunderstorms. On Friday, the high is going to be 78 with low around the low 60s. On Saturday, for that spring game, we're going to see some possible thunderstorm activities, and the high is going to be 79 with also a low in the low 60s at 63. And for Sunday, we'll hopefully see a lower chance of those thunderstorms, but they still could pop up, and our high on Sunday will be 78 with another low in the low 60s. And as for now, Ian is actually going to give us a look at those rip currents and tell us exactly what you need to do if you get caught in one. Ian?
Yeah, thank you, Josh. This is usually our environmental section, but today we thought we'd do something different with these summer months coming up, and we're going to discuss some beach safety tips. So, this was actually a photo taken last Monday by Taylor Busby. This is Pensacola Beach, a beach many FSU students are probably very familiar with, as they probably do come here for beach going. As you can see here, each one of these little outpours where the water's sucking out, that is called a rip current, okay? And this is driven by the onshore flow. Now, what should you do if you're caught in a rip current? Well, the first thing you should do is swim immediately parallel to the shore, okay? And when you're out of the influence of the rip current, you swim back to the shore. Rip currents are some of the greatest killers in beach-related deaths, so it is important to be aware of these, especially this weekend as we are looking for a high rip current risk this weekend with that onshore flow. So take it from a lifeguard. I was a lifeguard for many years, as well as my Josh Green. We both worked at the same pool, actually, so we know what we're talking about. So make sure to be aware of rip currents, as well as some other beach dangers. So if you guys aren't aware, the flags tell you basically the kind of conditions you're going to be expecting today. So a purple flag is indicative of marine life. And then in terms of surf, you have green, yellow, red, and double red. So green means you're all clear. Yellow means exhibit some caution. Red is we're going to have some rough surf. And double red means no going in the water at all. So, so make sure if you are going out this weekend, taking advantage of that warm weather, be vigilant and look out for these dangers, as well as lightning, which is something we're going to be talking about later today. Lightning is a major problem here in Florida in general, and anywhere near the beach. So make sure to be aware of this. And yeah, as you can see, this weekend, 81 degrees, looking at our beach forecast, high rip currents, just like I was saying. And make sure to bring an umbrella. We are going to be looking at some increased storm chances. So just the main point is to be weather aware. If you are going to the beach today, make sure to look out for those rip currents, as well as some stormy conditions that we could be seeing here at the beach. So make sure to be aware of this and listen to your lifeguards. If they tell you to get out of the water, you get out of the water. So thank you very much. We are going to be passing it off on to Josh to talk about our national forecast.
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, let's take a look at what's going on around the country right now. In the southeast, we're seeing a mild, about in the mid to lower 70s for Florida right now. As we get a bit north, it actually warms up a bit. Over in Kansas City, they're sitting at a current temperature of 79 degrees. That looks like a warm for the nation. Actually, no. Up here in Minneapolis, they're at 84. That's pretty warm for that area in this time of year. Over in the Pacific Northwest, they're seeing a bit cooler conditions, 49 over here in Billings and 53 in Seattle. And a bit down to the southwest, they've also sitting at warm conditions, 79 here in Albuquerque, and a bit cooler at 63 over in Los Angeles. For our current dew points, you can see we've got some moisture right here in the Midwest region of the United States. Other than that, very dry conditions, 10 down here in Albuquerque in those areas that are prone to droughts, so that's not very good for them. 32 up there in Seattle. Towards the southeast, it gets a bit muggier, but it's still very dry conditions for the temperatures that we're seeing. 45 here in Tallahassee, 53 down in Miami. Pretty dry in the northeast as well. For our surface map right now, you see we've got a couple fronts going on here. We've got a cold front right now pushing across the southwest region. And we've got a warm front pushing up through the Midwest right now, through Chicago and into the Great Lakes region. And here's that high pressure system sitting in the southeast. That's bringing us those lower dew points and dry conditions, and also those clear skies, not much rain when those high pressures are there. For our active alerts, we've got a couple river flood advisories down in the southeast, probably some remnants from all that rain that they've been seeing for the past weeks, couple weeks or so. We've also got some fire warnings down here because of those very dry conditions in the southwest. All those low dew points are contributing to that. It's especially concerning when the temperatures start to rise up. That's when we're going to see those fires start to pop up. We've got some small craft advisories over on the west coast in California and towards the Pacific Northwest. In the northeast right now, Maine is seeing a good deal of action right now. They've actually got some snow in the area, along with some mixed in sleet and rain. A bit to the south, New York, Pennsylvania regions, they're going to be seeing some rain coming into the area right now. It's actually pushing across the Great Lakes region through Buffalo and down into Pennsylvania. A bit to the west, drier conditions over here. Minneapolis is actually going to see some rain and some cloud cover right now. But to the south down here in the Tornado Valley regions, very dry right now. A bit to the southwest, we've got some cloudy conditions pushing through Albuquerque because of that cool front that's going to be moving through that area. Not bringing much moisture though, which is bad for the drought monitor in these areas. All these dark red areas are areas of extreme and exceptional drought. So hopefully these guys will be seeing some rain in the coming days or so. For the storm outlook for the nation, not much in the southeast or in the west at all. Just up here in Minneapolis, they've got a slight risk for today, so they're going to have to watch out for that rain in the area. And for tomorrow, that rain is actually going to move a bit south down here into Tornado Alley regions. They're going to have a slight risk, so shouldn't be too bad. And for tomorrow, they're going to also have a slight risk down in the southeast towards Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas regions. For tonight, pretty cool temperatures around the nation, especially in the northwest. 36 down here in Salt Lake City, a bit warmer to the south. And as for tomorrow, we're going to see conditions definitely warm up. 89 down there in San Antonio, something to look out for. But as for now, Annie is going to give us a look more locally.
Thank you, Josh. Taking a nice look at Doak Campbell Stadium, we do see the beautiful sun that is setting right over it. It is currently 74 degrees out, and as you can see, sunny. We do have a little bit of wind at 11 miles per hour, but it should be a nice day for an evening walk. As you can see, we are going to see no rain for the region in Tallahassee. So like I said, that evening walk should be a good thing. And for Tallahassee, we're not going to see any rain, but we could see a little bit of the remnants of rain over Texas in the corner over there. And our wind speed, just like I said, a little windy here in Tallahassee. We do see 12 miles per hour, but most of the region, it's not that windy, except we do see a 13 mile per hour wind in Perry. But for most of the region, a little less wind for them. And down in Apalachicola, we do see a wind speed of 9 miles per hour. And taking a look at the dew points for most of the region, we do see drier dew points up in Georgia, as we could see that brown that's moving in. So it's going to be a little bit more drier down up there in Georgia. But for most of Tallahassee, we do see a little bit of moister air here in Tallahassee and Perry, but a lot more moist air down by the coast in Apalachicola. And those dew points do relate to temperature, as we can see that it is a little bit warmer, cooler down in Apalachicola, as on the coastline, as we can see 70 degrees, but here in Tallahassee, we do see 74 degrees. And as we rise up, as those dew points got drier, the temperature did rise into 77 for South Georgia. Taking a look at the next 24 hours, we do see those dry air continue. We're going to see not much rain for us here in Tallahassee over the next 24 hours, but tomorrow we will see 60 degrees for the morning. It's going to be a little bit clearer in the morning. As Josh said, you might see some fog on that daily dog walk. Taking a look at 12 p.m., we're going to see 69 degrees. And then as we hit in the afternoon, we are going to hit 82 degrees, which is going to be a little hot out. So maybe get out on Landis, do some homework, get some studying done. And taking a look at the week ahead. Like I said, 82 degrees for tomorrow, 83 for Wednesday. And we will see those temperatures drop just a little bit as the rain comes in. We will see a 70% chance of rain on Friday. So if you're going to be out on that homecoming parade, might want to bring a jacket out with you. And taking a look at the weekend, we will see a little bit more rain chances coming in, 60% on Saturday and 50% on Sunday and Monday. And with those rain chances rolling in, we will see those temperatures drop. Now I'm going to pass things off to Josh for taking a look at golf.
Yeah, so today we will actually be busting another TikTok here on weather.edu at FSU Weather. So what we're going to start off with is by saying that not all thunderstorms are severe. Growing up in Florida, much of you have seen this. Sometimes it's just a passing shower with a couple lightning strikes. Sometimes they could be much more though, especially in the summer months once we get into them. But all thunderstorms do have lightning because lightning is what leads to thunder. And now, this TikTok video is actually going to show you what you should not be doing in a storm. Here you can see this guy is at a Topgolf recreational place in the middle of what seems to be a pretty nasty storm. You can see those winds are gusting what seems to be trash all over the Topgolf area. Oh, they seem to be pretty scared. There was a very large lightning strike right there. So obviously, maybe not the best activity to be doing in the midst of a storm that seemed to be that powerful. So we're going to tell you a bit about lightning and why this definitely isn't a good idea in the area that they were in. So lightning likes metal. Metal is a great conductor. So it's not exactly that lightning is attracted to metal, it's that it's the easiest thing for it to travel through. So most likely, if you're in a field and you're holding a metal golf club, it's probably going to strike through that golf club rather than a random area in the grass around you. Lightning also likes tall things because it's the first thing that it can gravitate towards on the way from the sky. So being in a top golf place like that, you're actually elevated, especially if you're up on the 3rd floor. So you're now holding that golf club and you're up high. So it's definitely not a good recipe to be in a lightning storm for. Looks like you could have a very better chance of getting struck there than if you were in a safer area. Top golf and golf courses have both of these, especially in those hilly areas on certain golf courses, especially here in Tallahassee at Hilliman Golf Course. It's pretty hilly over there. So a tornado or not, this was probably not a bright idea. I know in the TikTok, they did claim that they were playing golf in the midst of a tornado, but it was just a very severe thunderstorm. But lightning can strike outside of the rain as well, so just because if it's not raining doesn't mean you're completely safe. So a good saying to remember is, when thunder roars, go indoors. But as for now, here is Ian with a look around Florida.
Sorry about that. Yeah, thank you, Josh. This might be something you guys are going to have to take into effect when Thunder Wars goes indoors, because we are going to look at some increased rain chances across Florida and the Big Bend region, which we're going to take a look at right here. Take a look here in South Florida. As you can see, not much going down. Maybe some shower activity down in the Keys area, but as we can see, really not too bad of a day here. Very warm, a beautiful day to get out to the beach, really. Take a look here at our current temperatures down here in Miami. As we can see, 80 degrees on Tuesday, 81 on Wednesday, and 82 on Thursday. You can't ask for much better conditions than that. As we can see here in Tampa, as we can see, much of the same. 81 on Tuesday, 83 on Wednesday, and 83 on Thursday. Looking at some very low rain chances and sunny skies. Maybe a little bit of some cloud activity on Thursday, but overall great conditions, especially if you want to get out and take advantage of these warm temperatures. And over here in Orlando, much of the same, 84 on Tuesday, 87 on Wednesday, and 88 on Thursday. As you can see, more low rain chances and sunny skies that we are seeing here. So if you have Disney plans out here, a beautiful weekend to do it. Taking a look at the satellite radar for Central Florida, as we can see, there is really not much going on. As you can see, maybe some shower and cloud activity right off the coast of Port St. Lucie over there. But really, in terms of inland activity, anything that's going to affect you guys, really, you guys are looking great. So we'll take a look here at the satellite radar for Northeast Florida up in Jacksonville, Palm Coast. More of the same, as we can see, really not anything going on. So once again, it is a beautiful day, and a beautiful day to get out and take advantage of these conditions here. Jacksonville, 83 on Tuesday, 84 on Wednesday, and 84 on Thursday. Very low rain chances and sunny skies, as we can see here as well, as much of Florida has been seeing. So we are having some great conditions across Florida, I can tell you that. Over here in Pensacola, a little cooler here, 77 on Tuesday, 77 on Wednesday, and here comes those rain chances on Thursday, 52% on Thursday, and 78 degrees. So make sure to take advantage of those beach conditions and get out before the rain comes on Thursday. And once again, here's the satellite radar. We took a look at this earlier, but again, really nothing going on. Maybe a little bit of some pop-up showers, but honestly, really beautiful conditions and perfect conditions to get outside and enjoy these temperatures here. Taking a look here at the low temperatures tonight, as we can see, very mild conditions, 50 up in Tallahassee, 62 in Pensacola, and some more 60s and 50s across South Florida. And here, high temperatures, 80s and 70s, so very mild conditions here for the Florida coast. Taking a look over here with Amy for the local.
Thank you, Ian. Taking a look at Doak Campbell Stadium, we do see this lovely sun rising setting right over it. It is currently 74 degrees out in Tallahassee today, and as you could see, it was very sunny. If you had a chance to go outside today, it was a lovely day. Taking a look at our satellite, we don't see much rain over the Big Bend region here in Tallahassee and most of Florida and even Georgia. And up into the Carolinas, we don't see any rain for any of this region. But as we move more west, we are going to see spots of rain right over Texas and over the Gulf of Mexico. Taking a look at temperatures in the Big Bend region, we do see 70s across the board. Here in Tallahassee, we do see 74 degrees, as well as in Perry, 74 degrees. And as we move up into southern Georgia, those temperatures do get a little bit warmer. As we can see, we do see 78, almost 80 degrees in Valdosta. And the dew points, for the most part, as we can see those high temperatures in the southern Georgia, that correlates to those low dew points, as it is dry air correlates to typically higher temperatures. And here in Tallahassee, we're going to see a little bit of a higher dew point here in Tallahassee. That means correlates to that little bit lower of temperature for Tallahassee. But down in Apalachicola, it is very moist for them, as we could probably feel in those offshore breezes coming on. And the heat index for the region, it does feel like it is 74 degrees in Tallahassee, and for most of the region, as we could see, the heat index is pretty higher in southern Georgia than it is in northern Florida. Taking a look at the next 24 hours, as you can see, there's not much rain over the region for most of the Big Bend region, but we do see a little bit of those clouds down, as we could see moving into Perry just a little bit. Taking a look at tomorrow, we are going to see 60 degrees in the morning, a little bit chilly out if you're going to go out for a walk. But as the day goes on, we are going to see the sun come out around 69 degrees for midday. So it might be a nice time to go out and get some lunch with friends. And by 82 degrees, by 3 o'clock, it will be 82 degrees. It might be a nice time to go out and Landis. Maybe play some spike ball with your friends. I've never played it, but someone can maybe teach me sometime. And taking a look at the week ahead, we do see those temperatures rising into the 80s for 82 degrees, staying in the 80s. 82 degrees on Tuesday and 83 on Wednesday. And we're going to see the slight chance of rain come in on Thursday for 40%. And then Friday, we're going to see 70% chance of rain. So hopefully it does not impact our homecoming activities, but keep an eye out for that. And passing things off to Josh at the closing desk.
Thanks, Annie. Yes, so for this week, we do have very nice conditions continuing for tomorrow and Wednesday, and even into parts of Thursday. We've been seeing quite a nice trend, and especially with this warming, it definitely is starting to look a bit like summer as we end the near of the semester. But for this weekend, we could see some possible thunderstorms pop up. Hopefully not, though, because we do have a lot of things planned here at FSU this weekend with those 50-60% chances. So we'll see what happens with those. We'll definitely have a better idea as we get closer to the weekend. But as for today, we did talk about those rip currents thanks to Ian. So always remember, in the case of those, especially if you decide to hit the beach this weekend, that you should always swim parallel to the shore if you feel those rip currents coming, and make sure you swim right back in after you get out there, and always try to swim with a buddy. And personally, I busted that TikTok today about being at Topgolf in the middle of a thunder and lightning storm. Definitely not the best thing to do, as lightning can strike you, especially when you're higher up and when you're holding something metal, which is exactly what you're doing when you're at a Topgolf facility, especially on that third floor. When you're holding the golf club, swinging, might be fun to be in that storm, but it's definitely not safe. You should always try to keep out for those and try to get somewhere safe when lightning comes into the area. And as for this weekend, I'll touch on that right after this. Try to follow us on Twitter at FSU Weather on twitter.com. You can also give us a like on Facebook at the same tag, FSU Weather. And you can also watch us live on YouTube Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. We'll be streaming there at FSU Weather. Try to give us a follow on our Instagram at FSU Weather as well. We always like to see those pictures of those weather submissions that you may see in Tallahassee and the local surrounding regions. But as for now, thank you for joining us. I am student meteorologist Josh Green, and this has been FSU Weather.